Hey Ben, America's Baseball Camps, just touching base in regards to your video and your swings from the President's Day Camp to break down analysis, work on them a little bit. Make sure that see your shoes untied there. Make sure your shoes untied whenever you're hitting, so you don't trip on it. And just wanted to go a few things mechanically that I think you can work on to get yourself better. And we wish you the best this year. So let's go ahead and get started. In regards to your start, a couple things I want to do on your stance. You'll notice here, as you start with eye level, and I go down to swing, you kind of drop about a foot down. So make sure from your start to your finish, when you start and then when you come to contact, make sure your levels don't change, because it's hard enough hitting a ball that's moving, let alone your eye levels changing. So something to be cautious of. What I used to do in the pros is I used to take a mirror in my house and put some masking tape, just a piece of masking tape that's eye level. Obviously, I don't have my bat, and I'd take a swing and I freeze, and then I look in the mirror and see if I'm still at the same level I was when I started. And so you'll probably need to be more athletic, meaning bending your knees a little bit more or widen out your feet just a hair in order to get yourself more on plane. I think that's going to make a difference, but just something to be really cautious of when you're doing that. Watch for this back foot. Make sure that back foot maybe is turned in a little bit to keep yourself strong. We need to engage that lower half a little bit more when I swing. So that's just something that I see in regards to on your start. One thing I do see is we have a tendency to step out a little bit. I'm going to draw this line here. That's a straight line to make sure we want to stride forward. You can see that little bit of step out. But you need to make sure with when we take our stride that don't just land on your toe. You want to land on your inside part of our feet. And at this point of your swing, you want that heel to be more on this side of your foot instead of where the heel is now on that side. And what that is going to get you a little bit longer or stronger. We need to land stronger, like you're a hockey goalie or you're a linebacker. And we need to get you strong before you rotate. Right now, we're kind of just put our toe out there, and we're not really strong, so we don't have a lot of power. I think we can get a lot more power out of your swing if when you land, that you land flex and you land strong, like you're really going to get after that pitch. And I think that would be a big difference for you to do that and to work on that when you hit. When I go through my swing, pretty good in regards to a couple tweaks that I would recommend. You can see right here that your barrel is beginning to drag or go below my hands. Make sure that this back side, you do collapse this back leg pretty good. You don't have to have that much bend in it. Probably just, I want to keep this your body nice and tall, so I kind of want to keep that back leg more in this angle where it's not so much 90 degrees, and that's going to keep this barrel up higher, and I'm going to really be working downhill to the ball. Because whenever you hit, you want to work downhill and through, and you don't want to drop your barrel and collapse your backside and more work uphill, where you can kind of see where at contact here we are working a little bit uphill in regards to our swing. So you did a good job with holding your finish there. Make sure you get yourself rotated, and it's good to hold your finish like that to really check yourself out. You can see we did shrink a little bit, so make sure at this point of our swing that your foot is a little bit higher, and that's going to keep your head a little taller, and that's going to keep the barrel up, which is going to make me work more downhill and more better off on driving the baseball. And that's just the thing that I saw on that swing. So let's go ahead and look at another one here. Make sure that back side gets rotated, that back foot gets rotated. And I would practice this a lot on soft toss and tee work, just like what we did here. Make sure on that stride, you can see that stride right there. We have a little stride out. So if I draw this line from your feet, and I go to stride out, you can see that kind of goes outward a little bit. So just make sure that you stride straight ahead and get yourself in a lot more powerful position. You can see we're kind of just pointing our toe out there, and we're going to be a lot of arms right here compared to really getting our legs underneath us and having a strong foundation to work from. You can see that the barrel is below my hands already, so I'm going to be working uphill. At this point of our swing, you want to make sure that that barrel is still up in this angle, so I can be working down and through the baseball compared to being really underneath the ball. You can see here, and you don't want to be working uphill. It's not trying to hit it over the fence, it's trying to hit it through the fence. Again, that downward motion to work line drive to down instead of line drive to up. That's going to be really important where you don't have this kind of angle and it really gets you to work uphill. So just something to be aware about. But those are the biggest things that I see, those 4 or 5 things of not collapsing on the backside, staying tall, striding more flex, getting yourself stronger, working on that bat path, staying up, working downhill, and I would just work it up on the tee. A cool drill that I used to do in the pros is I'd take a bucket or a box and put it right there, and I'd take a tee and put it on top, and I would work on just getting my hands nice and high and put that ball up, and just working downhill and working on hitting line drives on those balls up, just to get your sense of hitting those line drives over and over and over again. So just some certain things to work on. But great job at camp, and we wish you the best this season, and hope to have you back at camp real soon.